I take the privilege to introduce our chief guest, Professor S. Swaminathan sir. He is an eminent scholar in Ayurveda. He renowned Ayurveda practitioner. He completed his BA MS from Ayurveda College, Coimbatore, and PhD from S-VYASA University. He started his career from 1988. Am I right, sir? Yes. He has a vast experience, more than 35 years, and produced a number of expert doctors in Ayurveda. He has worked as a teaching faculty in various prestigious institutions and currently heading Sri Jendra Saraswati Ayurveda College of SCSVMB. Jendra Saraswati Ayurveda College is a part of SCSVMB University, Sri Chandrasekharan Saraswati Mahavidyalaya University, under the Faculty of Health Science. He is actively propagating Ayurveda in the society through his programs and speeches, through Prachar Bharati and other private telemedias. He delivered hundreds of guest lecturers in his entire career. Now I request our chief guest, Professor Swaminathan sir, to speak, to deliver his lecture.
Very tight. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. You might not have heard about Lord Dhanvantari. He is a lord for medicine, and so the sloka runs that Namami Dhanvantarim Adidevam Surasurair Vandita Padabadmam Loke Jararukbhaya Mrityunasham Dhataramesham Vividhoshadhinam. So with that prayer, let us go into the topic called Manas from Ayurveda. This is the concept of Manas in Ayurveda. It is said that Sukhadya Upalabdhi Sadhanatve Sati Indriyatvam Manasaha Lakshanam. The word Sukha stands for pleasure. The word Adi Shabdam indicates that pleasure and pain, that is called Sukha Adi. All this pleasure and pain are all being felt by the manas of the human only. And so the Shabdam, that is called Indriyatvam Manasaha, the sense organ, mind, consumes all the pleasure and displeasure, and that man is subjected to a lot of happiness or sufferings according to the status of the mind, says Ayurveda. So morning session, that was wonderful. He was telling about that you should have enormous cleanliness of the mind. Ayurveda also emphasizes on the same point, but something new that I want to share with you from the angle of Ayurveda today is that when you come to the next point here, I may take it up in the last part of the thing, which is there in the beginning. It is this one. Morning session, the personalities were talking on two doshas of the manas. There are two clouding agents of the mind called Rajas and Tamas. But this is a sloka from Ayurveda which I wish to split it in this format. And when you split the sloka in this format, this is very, very important what people do not know. People think that only Rajas and Tamas can cloud the mind and spoil. But there is a textbook in Ayurveda called Ashtanga Hridayam, which says that Raja Tamacha Manasaha Dvau Doshau Cha Udahritau. The word cha indicates that Vata, Pitta and Kapha also become the agents for corrupting the mind. It is better all of you know that there are 3 doshas in the human body by name Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Any Ayurvedic scholar sitting here? Okay, okay. There are some. Please understand that the word Vata, Pitta and Kapha are to be assimilated by all of you very thoroughly, because the term Vata dosha stands for a particular thing which has got its own qualities and action in the body. And mostly it is Vata dosha which occupies the space from the navel to the feet. Though these 3 doshas are present all over the body, it has got its own predominance of the sthana, location. That when people consume food items which are gastric in nature, they are liable to suffer from Vata Mano dosha. That is, for example, we take food. In the food, for example, you take potato. If the potato becomes cold and you consume that, then what will happen? That will produce a bloating of the stomach. People suffer out of constipation problem, and the gas will also get released in the form of apana vayu. It may even come out as belching problem. There could be a chest pain, or there can be a disc prolapse which can happen in the spine. So the properties called dryness, lightness, which are present in the potato will produce an impact over the manas, and that people suffer out of a disease called Vata Unmadam, which is called a mental disorder, which is called schizophrenia. And people who consume the Haldiram's moong dal, please note down, they will also get the gas. Unknowingly, this gas will go to the Vyanavayu in the Hridayam, which will catch the heart, leading to the death of the person. A simple Haldiram moong dal can also lead to a big disorder. This is one angle of thinking. If you would ask me, are there any other items which can increase upon the gas, Samana and Apana Vayu? Ayurveda says that people who consume lot of bitter, pungent and astringent taste, they have more gas forming in the stomach and the whole abdomen, which may lead to a lot of complications in the mind level. This is one part of thinking. You take the second one. There is a dosham called Pittam. Pitta dosham, which is normally, though present all over the body, it has a location in between the heart and the navel. That is why our digestive system is very good. And it is called Pachaka Pittam, or it is called Jadhara Agni in Sanskrit. This Jadhara Agni in the form of Pittam can increase or decrease according to the food intake, which will have a strong effect on your mind. For example, when you take samosa, or when you take pani puri, when you take bhel puri, or any chat item. I really wonder at the small puri in the pani puri. No? They pour a green item. That fellow make a small hole on the top of the puri and he pours the liquid and you have to push the puri without breaking it inside the mouth, for which you have to wide open the mouth. And please remember, there is a masseter muscle here which may get paralyzed, may lead to a condition called facial paralysis. So that much wide we have to open and push it inside, and what you are pushing inside is nothing but pittam. If you analyze the content of that green liquid, it will all be mirch masala and all that only. When this item travels through the food pipe called esophagus and comes and lands in the stomach, then the properties of pittam, which are called as pittam sasneha tikshnoshnam, laghu visram saram dravam. I want to take only 2 points here: tikshna and ushnam, sharp and hot. All these qualities are present in that green liquid. When this pittam increases in your body, then you can look at the person behaving very odd. You know what will happen? The person will start behaving very short-tempered, and he will complain you of heavy sweating. People are having heavy sweating here with a bad smell and passing urine yellow in color and frequently getting mouth ulcers. If the eyes are burning, understand that his manovakasrotas in the form of pitta is spoiled. Mind can also be spoiled with a simple pani puri. Not only that, items which are amlam, lavanam and katu. Amla refers to the sour items and salt items and pungent items. For heaven's sake, please don't add too much of mirch masala in your food item, that you become a pitta manasika rogi in future. And you know what we do in Ayurveda? Whenever this pittam increases due to bhelpuri and all that, people of course come to us with a burning sensation in the palm and in the soul also. 24 hours it is burning. There are people like that. You know that some people write with pen, the paper will become wet. That much of water is oozing. This is due to pitta dosham. And in young age, if your hair will turn grey, it indicates that you have pittam. If you have dandruff problem, you have pittam in you. And for small trivial problems, you get angry. In Chennai High Court, one case came. The judge asked the lady, "Ma, what is the problem that why you want to divorce your husband?" "Sir, his mouth smells rotten. I want to divorce." The judge was amazed. "Ma, ask him to use some Ayurvedic toothpaste. Let him apply and he will get cured." Then the lady said, "You please live with him for 1 day. Then you please pass on the judgment." See, people having a bad smell in the mouth indicates that they have ulcer in the stomach or pittam is dominating in the body. We take the nadi pariksha of people. When the center pulse is very high, it indicates pittam. Most of the cases, we do not ask what is your problem. We take the nadi pariksha and put forth the questions on patients. That will give you a good clue. And next point is that it is always good for you to eliminate this pittam 15 days once. How to eliminate? What is the easiest method of elimination? Not vomiting, ma. By vomiting, the whole food pipe will start burning. It is through anus. We have to eliminate. The best method is, if you go to a mall, you can see an item called rosebud. Have you seen rosebud? they are selling in the market. You take a little kismis and this rosebud, you put it in the boiling water the night time, you put that in the boiling water and store it. Next day morning, after the teeth cleaning, you drink this water. You will have 4 to 5 times of hoya hoy. What is hoya hoy? In the toilet, you will celebrate Deepavali. Yes, in the toilet, you will get amazed. What is this rascal coming out? That much of pittam will come out. All because of that bel puri and pani puri. So, this is the best elimination of pitta dosham from the body. And by that, people do not succumb to the disease in the manasika level. That nobody will tell you from any of the Siddhantas except Ayurveda. Kapham, the third one you see. The kapha dosham is nothing but, it is an unctuous material. It is a lubricant that people spit on the floor, you wash, it doesn't go out. It sticks on to the earth so strong that people suffer out of throat infection. Frequently people have throat infection. The tongue is coated. The taste buds do not understand the taste of the food item. And there is a heaviness of head, headache, nose block, and sneezing problem, suffering out of asthmatic and cough. All these indicate you that you have a suffering of kapha accumulated in the chest region. The first item that is banned is idli, dosha and vada. If at all you have that, you should not touch these 3 products. Why? Because urad dal, which is present in these 3 items, increase the kapha, which will have a bad effect in the manas. And so, people become so dull. You look at the people having lot of kapha. They keep only one food item there and they look at that, how to consume this small item. This is called Manda Agni, not Mandakini I'm talking about. One cine actress. Manda Agni. Manda Agni means very dull gastric fire. It is very dangerous because Lord Krishna says, Akam Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Asratam Prana Apana Samayuktaha Pacham Yannam Chadurvedham. Lord Krishna says, it is me who reside in the human beings as Jatara Agni. It is me who digest all the eatables, lickables, drinkables and chewables. And what we are offering to that Lord Krishna in the form of Agni, Bhelpuri and Moong Dal, which are not good items. What is then good? You may ask me. A big list is coming. I am sure I will not complete any of my PPTs. Nowhere I have completed. Last week in Reserve Bank of India also, I could not complete the PPT. Anyway, we go to the point that when people have, as you rightly said, having a lot of accumulation of kapha in the chest, we have to give emetic therapy. The best emetic therapy is putting 2 fingers in the mouths. Easiest method. For that you should not ask for the doctor's fingers. Please put your own fingers. Easy method. Another method, you drink a little salt water. With the hot water you have to mix the salt and then take. There is a salt called Saindhava Lavanam, which is called rock salt, pink salt. Pink salt is very good for the eyesight. And that is the best salt for emetic therapy. And normally salt is bad for eyes, but pink salt is good for the eyesight. So, we have to prevent these 3 doshas attacking the manas by taking a nutritious food. Every time you have to examine your body. That is why in the morning session I was telling you that after the supper, night dinner, we have to go for a 100 feet walk and then turn to the left side and sleep, so that morning you get jirna aharasya lakshanam. The food is nicely digested. What are the lakshanas that indicate you that you have nicely digested your food, that you can take the plate and go for the next food? The best item, what you should know is that Uddara Shuddhihi, number one. The belching should be clean. What you have taken the previous night, the smell of that food should not come the next day morning. If you have taken only 3 chapatis, the chapati smell should not come the next day morning when you are belching. Utsahaha, enthusiasm. You go to the dining hall with a lot of enthusiasm to have your food, that indicates that one of the jirna aharasya lakshanam. Vega utsargo yadho uchitaha. Go to the toilet, the motion and urine part, without any problem, will have to go. I wonder at a cow. The cow does not strain at all. It doesn't make any sound like ah, and all that. But look at the humans. We go to the toilet and make lot of sounds there. Even A.R. Rahman would have not put the music like that. People put like that. And still that matter does not come out. So, there's a problem with humans. And within one shot you clear all this, then that is called Vega Utsargo Yadho Uchitaha. Laghuta. Body becomes light. Krut Pipasa Cha. Krut is appetite. Pipasa. Again, I'm not talking about somebody else. Pipasa means thirst. So thirst and appear or have appeared in your body, I tell you that you are going to live for 100 years without any disease. Definite. People look for these clinical signs and symptoms, then only they go for the next food. This is a healthy way of living, I tell you. And coming to the Rajas and Tamas, a wonderful explanation is being given in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda used to go to his room and sit there and attend to all his discourses. If you go to the Gospel of Ramakrishna, he says that, a small story he says, which I like to share with you, because nobody will tell you what is Rajas and Tamas. He says that there was a very rich person carrying a lot of money in his pocket. I'm telling the story about 400 years back. And he was traveling in a bullock cart in a dense forest. While traveling like that, 3 thieves appeared in front of him and said that, my dear man, come out, come down of the bullock cart. He came down. And then he said, come on, take out all your money. Then that fellow had no other go, because these 3 fellows look like Yamadharma Raja and black and all that. So he gave all his money. After taking all the money, that thief said, you will go to the police and inform about us. So I am going to kill you. So saying, he raised his sword to cut him. Then the second thief said, Arey Baba, don't cut him. After all, we have robbed all his money now. Let us tie his hands and legs. You don't want him to go to the police station now. Let us tie his hands and legs. So saying, he tied all the hands and legs and then put him down, threw him down, and then they all went. After some time, the third thief returned and looked at this man. Oh, my dear fellow, you have not come out of the ropes. He said, no. Okay, I'll help you. Then he removed all his ropes and told him, now, you go straight, turn left, your house will come. Then he said, please come home for a coffee. He said, I can only remove your ropes. I will not come with you. So saying, he went. He left the scene. This is a small story. In this story, the person who is walking in the forest is none other than you and me. The money that you are carrying in your pocket is characters. The 3 thieves appeared in front of you are none else other than Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Tamas, who raised his sword to kill you, is the thief who raised his sword to kill you is tamas. Tamas comes to us in the form of unenthusiasm, not participating in any of the programs, going and sleeping all the time, and taking the unwanted food items. This is called tamas. Tamas destroys you in the form of unenthusiasm. Whereas the person who tied you to the ground with a rope is rajas. It is rajas which gives you the Mahamaya. It is because of Mahamaya that you see a person as your brother, a person as your sister. In absolute reality, for Atma, it has got no brothers and sisters. That is called Advaita Tattvam of Adi Shankara. And it is because of Mahamaya that Lakshmana could not see Rama because of Sita in the middle. Sita is called Mahamaya. And Lakshmana could not see Rama, the endowment of the whole universe. He could not see him. So, Rajas binds you to the earth. That is why you are claiming that the shoe that you are wearing is yours. The necklace that you wear, everything you claim, it is mine, it is mine. Nothing is yours. We all come naked, we all retire naked. We all only play in the middle with all this tamas and rajas. And it is sattva which will release you from the bondage. The person who untied the ropes, it will release you from the bondage. And after releasing you, you called him to come for a coffee. But he did not come with you. Rajas, sattva will show you the path to the moksham. But sattva will also not come with you. This is what is called the clouding of the manas due to rajas and tamas can be liberated only with the sattva, and sattva will also not come with you, and the final emancipation. This is one point that I want to say here in this area, and then we move on to this also nobody told us, I suppose. Please understand that if at all you want to increase upon your sattva gunam, we are supposed to have these kind of food items only. The second line is very important. Rasyaha. Rasyaha means taste food items, tasteful. The food should be tasteful. When you take the food, 4 things please remember. One is that your fan should not work when you are taking the food. The food should be warm. And you should not sit in an AC room and take food. The food should be warm. Number 2, you should not watch a TV program when you are taking the food. It is said that tan manaha. Third point is that you must appreciate the person who has prepared the food for you. That will give a lot of attachment. When I said this in Tamil Nadu in a place, a lady got up and said, "It is my husband who cooks the food, sir." Then I said, what is wrong in it? Normal, the concept in Tamil Nadu is that ladies only cook the food. Then I told her, there is nothing wrong in appreciating your husband. Please. So appreciation is very important. Gentle strokes are very important for humans to lead a healthy life. And rasyaha stands for taste food. Snigdhaha, second point. The food should be very, unctuous one. What is an unctuous one? That which has got a little ghee in that. Ghee is the best medium. In Sanskrit we say, Ranam kritva ghritam pibetam. That is, you take debt from others, purchase ghee and take. Because ghee plays a major role in the lubrication of the whole intestines. Lubrication is very important for your intestines so that the movement of the food is definite. The peristaltic waves are very comfortable in your human body. And that is available in ghee. People say that ghee will increase the cholesterol. It is a wrong concept. American scientists have withdrawn this concept. And the third point is that sthira means stable. The food item which is very stable will bring you enormous strength to the bones. Hridya, heart-pleasing food items, and aharaha, satvika priyaha. If you will take a food item of this nature, I have a very big list in Ayurveda to give you the best items to be taken on a daily practice. It is there in the slide somewhere else. You take like that, you get the first line now. Ayuhu, you get a long lifespan. Sattva balam, arogyam, sukha priti vivardhanaha. All these things are achieved when you take a diet of that nature. But if you stick on to the second line, the third line here, katu. Katu means pungent. Amla, sour. Lavana, salt. Atyushna. Some people take hot coffee. They put they take a steel tumbler, pour the coffee, put a kerchief over the steel tumbler, and then they drink it. You should not take a food item which is very hot. It is atyushna, tikshna. Don't take penetrative food items. For example, mustard. Mustard is a hot item. You should take very little. And gingerly oil. You should take only a little. And another item is mustard oil. If you go to Assam, people take mustard oil. They all come under tikshna. Asafoetida is another example. These are all to be taken very little. And ruksha, dry food items. Vidahinaha. Some people take a lot of pickles at the end of the meal with a curd rice. If you regularly take curd rice in the lunch time and in the night time, I request those people to have minimum to LIC policy. Vidahinaha means creating burning sensation in the body. Best example is fish. Fish and chicken are the worst items I tell you in the world. If you take that, people talk about lot of nutritious item, this and all that. They do not know. These two items are very hot in action and they spoil your health. Aharaha rajasyashtaha. They will lead to dukkha, shoka, amaya pradaha. Will bring in a lot of sorrow and diseases. And the last one is tamasam. Tamasika aharam. Lord Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. See the line there. I am not telling it. And he says that yada yamam gada rasamgar. Food items which are cooked the previous night, the previous day, are not to be taken today. People do like. People keep the yesterday's food item in the refrigerator and take the next day. It will bring tamasam. If tamasika nature will come, you will become unproductive in the world. And puti paryushitam. Puti means that which smells bad. Paryushitam. For example, you take water. Some people in the house, they boil the water in the night time and they drink the water the next day morning. That water is equal to samudra jalam. What is samudra jalam? Sea water. Can you drink sea water? It has bad effects. You cannot take the water boiled previous night and take the next day morning. It will bring a lot of diseases. So this is an advice from Lord Krishna, comes to us, and food specifications of Trigunas. This already we have shared and we have spoken about. We are going front. Yeah.
You are going backside.
This is a sloka from Charaka Samhita, Sharirasthanam. It says that as long as your mind is clouded with the rajas and tamas, rajas tamobhyam yuktasya samyoge ayam anantavan. Tabhyam nirakratabhyam to sattvabuddhaya nivartate nanu. To escape from this world, it is possible only with sattva guna and not with rajas and tamas. The food items, what are all that? Already I have showed you. Already we have shared you the story also, leading to all rajas and tamas. Please avoid them and try to escape. Escape from this wretched world is the final answer of anybody. Why people take sannyas? Samyak nyasanamiti sannyasaha. The person who has given up everything, he is called a sannyasi. If he will demand 1 rupee from you, he is not for moksham. He has to come back to Bangalore and live here for another 50 to 100 janmas. No other go. And this is a very important point for all of us to lead a happy way of living by keeping the manas under good control. Nityam. Nityam means daily. Ita aharam. Hita means wholesome. Aharam, food. Vihara, activity. The activity should be based on 2 things. One is called Rutucharya, the season. According to the season, you must live. When the season is very hot, we must go for the mud pot water. In the mud pot water also, Ayurveda recommends a root which is called Ushiram in Sanskrit. That Ushiram we put a little in the water and then store it for the night. You can even keep for 3 to 4 days. This water will not get spoiled. The same way, you can take this much of water and keep it in the refrigerator and drink it the next day morning, it will spoil your health. The water kept in the mud pot, that too with the root of this, will keep you alive and will keep your body very calm and quiet and cool also. Whoever gets angry on you, no, you will not get angry. You will answer very calm and quiet because of the water. And Samikshakari, before you do anything in the world, please think thrice. You have to think thrice. Whether I can do it or not, we have to think and then do. And Vishayeshu asaktaha. Never have too much of attachment towards anything. That's what Ayurveda says. Because any time detachment may come in the form of escaping of the Atma from the Shariram. So too much of attachment is very dangerous. And Data Samaha. You must be a giver. Data means giver. Samaha. You must have a mentality wherein you never jump with joy or go into a sorrow also. Everywhere you have to be in a balanced state of living. Kshamavan, please have forbearance. Vagbhadacharya recommends all of us to have forbearance towards everything. And aptopasevi, aptaha, means people who are very noble in nature. You have to go there and do service to such people. This is the way how you can lead bhavatya arogahan, a disease-free life. This is the only way possible. And it is said in the last point. The last 2 slokas are also very important. Kalo anukulaha, make the time anukulam for you. That means jirna ajirna kalam, what I was just telling you. Digestion of the food, or when you are talking with others, when you are moving within the office circle, whatever it is, you have to make the time suitable for with such a mind of living. And Vishaya Manotnyaha, please involve in activities which will please you. Not that your friend loves a sitar music, that you should live on sitar music. No. Going for a Veena recital may impress you. You involve in an activity which will please your mind. That is very important for you to live a disease-free life. And dharmyaha kriyaha. Any activity you do, you must have a a reservation for dharmam. Dharmyaha kriyaha karma sukha anubandhi. Any activity you do here should bring you a pleasure in the next janma. Ayurveda only talks about life after deaths. No other medical science have ever recognized this point. So to lead a disease-free life, your deeds are to be in such a way that you plan for your next birth also in a good family to be born, for which we have an activity design in Ayurveda. It is stated. And it is said, Sattvam Vidheyam. Sattvam idi manaha. Vidheyam means freedom. Nartam. Swatandriyam manaha. We need a free mind to perform our activities. And Vishadata Buddhihi. We should have enormous clarity over the matters. Whatever you study, whatever you do, you must have enormous clarity and do and perform the activities. These are the ways by which you get sada sukham. And when you look deep into this line, all will lead to the manas. All these are all leading to the manas only. Coming to the treatment part, how do we treat mind in Ayurveda? It is dhi. How to improve upon the dhi? Dhi means intellect. Intellect will improve upon. It will improve upon. There are certain medicines in Ayurveda, what we strongly recommend. For example, there is a medicine called Brahmi. What do you call that? Central Asiatica? Is it available in this campus, Dr. Renu? Is it available? If at all you have time, please go with Dr. Renu. She will show you the plant. And if you will consume that, I tell you that you are second to none anywhere. And intellect promotion is very important. Please understand that mind is being controlled by pranavayu. And for pranavayu, we give a medicine in Ayurveda in between each bolus of food. There is a medicine called Saraswata Churnam. The word Saraswataha refers to Lord Subramanya. And Saraswata Churnam, we mix Saraswata Ghritam and add a little honey in that, make a small, what you call, a link test. And we ask people to take in between each bolus of the food. I have seen an idiot of idiot working as a refrigerator repairer in Mumbai now. That boy was 5 years, 6 years old. His father brought him to me and said, my son is the idiot of idiots in the class. He sits only in the last bench, does not understand anything. Then we started this. Why? Because the textbook of Ayurveda says, why don't we try? When we tried, he has completed his diploma. And now he is earning a good money. See, it is possible. It is possible. And dhairyam. The word dhairya, people wrongly interpret as courage. It is not courage. Dhritis chetasaha. You decide upon a good thing and you should follow that. From this forum, from this kind of regular attending sessions like that, you understand that good things, many good things, put them in practice. Put them in practice. That is called dhairyam. You listen here, go out and forget everything. And then again go to WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and all that. What movie is running in the cinema theater? Please, you can enjoy all of them. I never come your way. But don't forget the good principles of living. For example, morning I was telling you, Brahme Muhurte Uttishtet. Get up at 4:30 in the morning, 1.5 hours before the sunrise. That will bring in a lot of mental growth in you. I tell you that. I mean business here. And that's what he's telling here. Dhriti means very strong mind. and holding on to the principles of such doctrines. And coming to the last point is Atmadi Vijnanam. Atma Jnanam is possible only by regularly meditating upon the Supreme Lord, which is possible, which will come by wonderful institutes like this, will definitely achieve many of the Atmas to get the Jnanam. And this is the best medicine that is recommended, with a final recommendation of one more product that I want to say here. For any mental disorder, an Ayurvedic treatment, what we give here is this one. Not known even to the Ayurvedic physicians, because that word, manovikaran, you can see in the last. You know what is this? Simple item. We take 25 ml of ginger juice. We take equal quantity of jaggery. Mix these two and make it into a ling test. Lick and eat that. So at the beginning of that, you take 50 ml of that. And next day, you have to increase another 50 ml. This will go to 100, this will go to 100 grams. Slowly we improve on this, and we finally come to the Pancha Palam, that is 5 palam. 1 pala is equal to 60 grams. So we reach that point and continue that for 20 days with the Yusha Kshira Rasa Ashanaha. We only give the soups for drinking purpose. For all these days, people who are having any kind of mental disorder will come out of the problem. This is a simple therapy given in the Ayurvedic Chikitsa Sthanam. So I just want to share this point with all of you. A lot of slides are there, time is not there, I suppose. So I thank all of you for listening to Ayurveda today. Thank you.